Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreath.
Welcome back to News Watch 12. Midday and temperatures this midday aren't looking all that bad outside. It is still about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year, but all of us are above freezing, so that is definitely some good news. We are in the 30s and 40s for the east side, 30s, 40s, and 50s for the west side valleys, and getting pretty close to 50 degrees along the coast in Brookings. And that's where we're tracking just a few light showers this midday, but this is going to increase a little bit later in the day, so we'll show you that with Stormcast. And this is by the time we get to dinner time. I think it's still just the coast that's dealing with some of the rainfall, but then this will spread inland slowly but surely into the evening hours. And come time for midnight, it looks like everything's going to be on the line from about Christmas Valley down to Chiloquin, down to Medford, and into western Siskiyou County and Del Norte County. So this will slowly but surely continue to move off towards the south and towards the east. So this is right around 8 in the morning. And this commute on Oregon 140, Oregon 138, portions of US 97, Oregon 62. It's going to look pretty rough on Saturday morning. We'll take a look at some of these snow levels and snowfall accumulations in just a second, but into Saturday evening, finally, it looks like most of this initial band of rain and snow is going to move out of the News Watch 12 viewing area. But then after that, we'll have to deal with some of these hit and miss showers into Sunday morning. And then we'll have another pretty substantial round of rain and snow for the day on Sunday. So when I show you some of these water totals and water projections, just keep in mind that this only runs through Saturday night. So the hard cutoff is supposed to be, well, yes, it's right at midnight. So this does not take into account some of the water and some of the snowfall that will fall on Sunday. But you can see through Saturday that the biggest totals are going to be up in the Cascades and along the coast. And speaking of the Cascades, it's mainly all just going to be snow because snow levels are going to be between 4,000 and 4,500 feet through Saturday evening, but then getting sliced in half to 2,000 feet by Sunday morning. So we could potentially see a more widespread low elevation snow event for Sunday, but that's not necessarily going to be the case on Saturday. So here are some of these snowfall projections through Saturday night, and just like with the water totals, this is not a complete picture of what we'll have from the storm system, but it's a pretty good indication, and it's going to be Diamond Lake and Crater Lake that will receive the most snow, anywhere between 1 to 2 feet, and then we could have an additional foot, maybe a couple of feet on Sunday to add to that. So that means our snowpack is going to look nice and full as we head into the next drought monitor update. Also, this is going to be some heavy blowing snow up in the Cascades because winds will gust out of the southwest on Saturday and Sunday between 60 to 70 miles per hour. So if you have any loose outdoor objects over on the east side up in the Cascades, be sure that you're bringing them inside or that you're tying them down at the very least. So for today, winds picking up, rainfall will stay mainly along the coast. Can't rule out a few showers that run out ahead of the main band of moisture, but then overnight it will again slowly but surely start making its way towards the east and southeast. Winds continuing to whip up out of the southwest. And keep in mind that Saturday and Sunday are going to be washout material. We are going with high impact weather days for both of those days, and then showers continuing into Monday through Wednesday. And that is going to be a very interesting time frame because snow levels could potentially get all the way down to the valley floor by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning. Here's that 7-day forecast for the coast. Lots of wet weather over the next 6 days, 6 to 7 days, but then the overall pattern in the next week is going to be getting a little bit warmer and a little bit drier. I think for Siskiyou County, even though we could get a couple inches on some of those passes in south central Siskiyou County, I think we're mainly going to be spared in relation to, some of the impacts that we saw just a couple days back. The east side will see a couple inches of snow in Oregon 140, but I think it's going to be that combined with the winds that are going to be the big issue. We'll also potentially see some whiteout conditions up in the Cascades, so avoid travel if you can over the weekend up in the Cascades. And then for the Rogue Valley, plenty of wet weather over the next 2 to 3 days, and then potentially turning wintry by Monday morning.